God turns disasters into blessings.
Reunions are fun when no one's trying to kill each other. Only God can turn a murder plot into a way to save a family and an entire nation. Hi, I'm Josh. Welcome to Honestly Radio. You may be familiar with Joseph. You know, the guy with the Technicolor Dreamcoat? It's a remarkable moment in the Bible. The story is not so much about a man, but God's supreme power and authority. It's through Joseph's life that God chose to show us this. After being beaten up, thrown in a pit, threatened with murder, sold into slavery, made a servant, accused of sexual assault, thrown into prison, and forgotten by the people he helped, God then elevated Joseph to the position of vice president of Egypt, more or less. And through Joseph, God saves Egypt, surrounding nations, and Joseph's family. Today we'll be reading from Genesis chapter 50, verse 20 in the New Living Translation. After many years, Joseph finally speaks to his brothers who had planned to kill him but chose money instead. Joseph says this, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it all for good. He brought me to this position so I could save the lives of many people." There are times in our life where we question God. Why am I here? What's the purpose of this painful situation? It can almost feel like we've been abandoned. The confusion and the chaos of the situation or surroundings can overwhelm us, taking our eyes off of God and placing them on only what we can see in front of us. You can probably remember a time like this, or perhaps you're going through one right now. I went through something recently kind of like this, though not nearly on the same level as Joseph. You see, one of my boys was really struggling at church. My wife and I would drop off our kids at their classes and then head to service. About 10 minutes later, I would get a text. "I need to come get my son." I would have to take him out of class, and neither one of us were very happy about that. This continued for months. I began to stress out every time we would go to church, just knowing that at any moment my phone was going to buzz and praying that it wouldn't. It was around that time I felt like God was calling me back into ministry, which was a huge deal for me. But I remember asking God, how will this work if my kids can't even stay in Sunday school? I felt defeated, crushed. Maybe you can relate. And then one day, when I was overwhelmed trying to help my boy, God revealed something life-changing to me. This is not a punishment. This is not a problem. This is an opportunity that I am providing for you. I'll tell the whole story one day, but let's just say it was a powerful God moment. There's a saying that I like. It goes like this: your perspective doesn't change the truth, but the truth will change your perspective. Oops, it looks like we ran out of time. If you want to hear the full podcast, go to honestlyradio.com or search Honestly Radio on Spotify or Apple Podcast.